Hey guys, it's Sean here from Vaporferver.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you Vapor4Life's flagship product, their Vapor Zeus. I've had this thing here about, I guess, 3 weeks now, and I don't even know if I'll be able to impart to you how impressed I am with this thing. They call it an electronic cigar. I would call it pretty much a hybrid between an old cig-alike, or two-piece as I used to call them, E-Cig, and the newer Ego style. There are some advantages to this over the two-piece, and in my opinion some advantages to this over the Ego style. So in my opinion it's a great hybrid. It's kind of a good go-between, but it's also an excellent electronic cigarette for anybody looking to make the transition from smoking to vaping, in my opinion. Because of all the E-Cigs I've tried, this one most closely mimics the feeling of a traditional cigarette. You have the ability to use or to get a kit, in either a dual mode battery, which is what I have here. Dual mode battery gives you the ability to use it as a manual, like a traditional Ego style. Or switch into an automatic mode by pressing this button 5 times. You'll see that light turn flash a few times. Basically, allowing it just an automatic firing every time you start to inhale. So as far as being dual mode, this is the only electronic cigarette battery on the market right now that offers that. So it is a nice feature. Personally, I do like using it as a manual. I find most people, once they start vaping for a while, prefer that, simply because you can fire it a couple seconds even before you start to inhale. And really get the most vapor. When you are using an automatic, you have to start inhaling to fire up the coil. So sometimes there's a slight delay, and a lot of times you'll produce less vapor. But they do offer both kits. They offer several different colors. Here I have, this one is the dual mode battery. Here's the automatic. Same basic principle. The only difference being there's no button, so you'll only use this one. You see, there is less vapor, but this also is a little bit newer. I've been using this one primarily, so this one has broken in a little bit more than this one. And typically with new clearomizers, atomizers, cartomizers, they take a little few inhales, probably 15 or 20 inhales to really kind of break them in. So this one's still new, but it really produces great vapor. My recommendation to anyone is probably go with the dual mode. If you had to choose between the two for newer vapors, I'd probably say go with the automatic. But like I say, this is the only one that offers you the ability to switch between both. So for the extra $5 or whatever it is on the kit, I'd say definitely go for the dual mode, because then you can, choose your preference. And I think after you start vaping a while, you'll probably agree that, having the ability to warm up the coil just a second before you inhale is actually a good thing. So here's the kit. This is what you get. This is the premium kit. You also have a variable voltage option. The premium kit gives you the ability to choose, like I say, the dual mode or the automatic. In here I had the automatic, but like I say, I also got the dual mode. So what you get in the kit is you get a battery. The standard kit gives you the small battery, which is 650 milliamp hours. What I have here is the medium. I think you upgrade for another $4 to get the medium. The medium's 900 milliamp hours. They do offer a bigger battery too, 1300, but then you need obviously a different, slightly bigger tank, because the diameter of that one is a little bit wider. So then they offer a slightly bigger smilomizer or cartomizer for that. So in the kit they give you the one battery. You can upgrade right away to a larger battery. Like I say, they do include 2 cartomizers, which they call smilomizers. They all come individually wrapped. I've taken them out of the wrapping now. A wall adapter, which is great. It does also have a light that turns green when you're charged up, so it lets you know. I like that. But I also like the fact that it uses a pass-through charger using just a regular USB connection. Micro USB, they do include a USB in the kit as well. And when you order a kit, they do also include 30 milliliters of their WOW e-liquid, which is fantastic. I got 3 different flavors here. I got the Wow Boy, which so far is my favorite. The Wow Boy is a hint of dark chocolate mixed primarily with a tobacco flavor. You have a peppermint, which I also really like. I find that after meals, it's very good. It's probably the time I crave cigarettes the most. So, you know, brushing my teeth is great, but also a few hauls of this really kind of freshens up that kind of after meal flavor in my mouth, and it really helps with my cravings. And they have this traditional tobacco, which is almost like smoking a Marlboro. I mean, it's just like a medium strength towards the stronger end cigarette, and it's fantastic. I usually mix my liquids. In this case, I haven't yet. I usually like to have some tobacco, mix in just a couple of drops of mint, but I haven't yet with these. Each and every one on its own is great. They also offer a host of other flavors, melons, candies. But myself, you know, I've always been a sort of a die-hard smoker. I quit smoking a few years ago. What's interesting about this is I had a sort of a slip smoking. I started smoking again, a couple cigarettes here and there with some friends back late November. In December, it was starting to pick up. I was smoking every day. Within a couple weeks, you know, I was back up to half a pack, and I'm sure if I had continued, I would have been up to a pack again a day in no time. But yeah, then this arrived right before the holidays. I think it was like the 22nd of December, and I was just so excited to try it. I saw that slogan on the front, just one puff and you'll say wow, and I wanted to try it right away. And I didn't smoke a cigarette again after that. So it's been about 3 weeks now again, and really I have to say it's thanks to this Vapor Zeus. In terms of, you know, cig-alikes, E-Cigs, or the Eagle style E-Cigs, I have been getting some criticism recently for continuing to recommend them. A lot of more seasoned vapors, you know, are into the E-Cig mods. This new Aspire Nautilus tank is fantastic. I use it myself. You know, some of the bigger batteries go up to 20, 50, even 100 watts of output. So a lot of seasoned vapors are really going in that direction and criticizing me for continuing to recommend where I started. But when I quit smoking initially, I used the regular 2-piece E-Cig by Halo, a G6, and it really was the closest thing at the time I had found to smoking, and it really is what helped me quit. Now, you know, I did move on as time went on, and like I said, I got into the more modded style E-Cigs, but having this little sort of relapse again, I want something, at least for now, that really feels the closest to a cigarette, because that is what I'm craving even like 3 weeks later. This, in terms of feel, I mean, they call it an electronic cigar. It is about the size of most Ego style E-Cigs, but the mouthpiece is a little bigger, so it does feel closer to a cigar. But it's a remarkable technology in this battery, and I, you know, talk about voltage, variable voltage. They do offer you a variable voltage model, but the regular premium kit, which is this, which is not variable voltage, regardless of how much charge you have left in a battery, will give you a constant output of 5 volts. Most Ego E-Cigs go up to a maximum of 4.8, which is the same as their variable voltage option. So to me, the premium kit, which is a regular solid 5 volts, no need to deal with dials, is probably the best option. And to me, right now, this would be the best electronic cigarette for anyone looking to make the transition and actually quit smoking. The other thing I like about this in terms of advantages over an Ego style is this is a cartomizer. It's a piece of foam in there which holds your liquid. This is full. I just filled it up. It doesn't hold any more. This will last me probably a couple days of vaping, and it doesn't leak even if I have it completely open. My Ego styles, you know, I just leave them on their side. I start to have leaks. I have to clean them. Even my Aspire Nautilus tank, I have to clean it every couple, 3 days. It starts gurgling with, you know, liquid kind of getting in there, getting around, and I got to get in there with little pieces of, you know, Kleenex and try to clean out all the little crevices and that. With this, none of that. No maintenance. You fill it up. You put in this holds about 1.5 mils of e-liquid. Fill it up. Screw it in. There's no gurgling. There's no mess. You can have it in your pocket. You can have it on the table. Doesn't leak. It works tremendously, and 5 volts of power is more than enough to produce enough vapor to mimic smoking. people that are vaping for a long time are often talking about cloud chasing, and they're looking for bigger and bigger clouds of vapor, which I completely understand. As a vapor myself, I've been doing it for years. It does kind of become a bit of a hobby, and for me it's become a passion. But you know, when we were smoking, nobody exhaled smoke from a cigarette and said, wow, look how much smoke that was. Unless we were 12 and still in high school and it was minus 40, and of course it was partly just the vapor from our breath. But you know, when we get into vaping, everyone's worried about the clouds of vapor and how much vapor is produced, which is a valid concern because of course you want to have that feeling. But in terms of how much vapor is produced from this, it's pretty much the same as smoking a cigarette. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic. I am blown away every time I take an inhale how much this is like smoking a regular cigarette. Their slogan on their website is made for smokers. I concur. If you're looking to quit smoking, go to Vapor4Life.com. I'm going to put, like I say, a whole review up on my site, Vaporferver.com. I will include links there, but there'll be links here at the bottom of this video too. Definitely, if you're looking to quit smoking, if you're looking to move out of even the ego styles, you're not getting enough out of them, this will give you more performance than most ego style e-cigs with less maintenance, less headaches, less worry, and just an all-around tremendous vaping experience. Tremendous job, guys. I do want to give a shout out to the folks at Vapor4Life for providing this. They were outstanding just to deal with. They answered every single one of my questions, usually within about 15 or 20 minutes. And yeah, their customer service is fantastic, as is the product. Ultra impressed. I can't recommend it enough. So all the best. I'm going to be including reviews of their e-liquids on the site as well. I don't really think getting into flavor in a video really is all that apt, other than to say the Wow Boy is really, really good. Alright, happy vaping, guys. Take care.